Hello again. My name is Shanna Russell. I'm the instructor for the Mac OS X Fundamentals for Windows Brains course on Udemy. This video is part 2 of a mini crash course that will introduce you to the concepts that we cover in the full course. In this second video, we'll go over the steps to set up and use an Apple Trackpad. You will either have a trackpad built into your laptop, or you'll have a wireless external trackpad. If you have an external trackpad that you haven't connected yet, turn it on and then head over to System Preferences, Bluetooth. You should see a trackpad in this menu, and then you just click the pair button to connect it to your computer. You'll probably want to check the box that says Show Bluetooth menu in the menu bar. You'll have an icon in your menu bar that you can click to connect and disconnect your Bluetooth devices, which is easier than going to System Preferences all the time. Now let's visit System Preferences Trackpad. Notice that you have 3 tabs: Point and Click, Scroll and Zoom, and More Gestures. Each of these tabs shows you different functions that you can perform with taps or gestures. If you're not sure what a certain function is, just hover over it and you'll see a little animation play that will show you what it is. If you want your trackpad to perform a certain function, just check the checkbox next to it. If you don't want it to do something, uncheck that function. Sometimes people will accidentally trigger a function with an accidental gesture, so having the ability to turn them off is great. You can also change the tap or gesture that you have to perform on most of these. Let's take a look at the Point and Click tab and hover over Secondary Click. As you can see in the animation, a secondary click is like a right click. You get a shortcut menu. Notice the little drop down. You get to choose how to secondary click. You can click with 2 fingers or click on the right or the left corner of the trackpad. If you're unsure of which you like to use, try the 2-finger click first. I found that setting it for a corner has me accidentally right-clicking everything. You might not be as clumsy as I am, though, so make it work the way that you want it to work. Most of these settings are pretty self-explanatory if you just watch the little animation, so I'm just going to go over a few of them. Your first setting in the Point and Click section is Lookup and Data Detectors. Data detectors are when your Mac will figure out what a particular type of data is and then act upon it appropriately. For example, if a friend sent you an email with her address in the mail program, when you hover over that address, you can see that it detects that there's an address there. You can click the triangle and a window pops up asking if you'd like to see the address on a map or add it to a contact. If it detects a phone number, you can call that number, text it, or add it to contacts. There are many types of information that data detectors can pick up on. Sometimes it'll show you a little arrow that you can click, and in this system preference, you can set a 3-finger tap to look up that information for you. Tap to click is kind of hard to understand from the animation. Notice that the finger is just barely touching the trackpad and it clicks. That's what tap to click is. If this is on, you only have to tap gently on the trackpad to click on something. You don't have to mash down on the trackpad. Although you still could. If you turn this setting on, you can either mash it down or just gently tap to click. In the Scroll and Zoom section, the zoom and rotate functions don't work in every application, so just experiment to see which applications will work with these gestures. I can tell you that you can zoom in and out and rotate in Photos, in the Photos application, and in Preview, and you can smart zoom in Safari. I haven't paid attention to the other places where you can do this though, so see where else you can find and then let us know in the discussion section. The More Gestures section is what makes the trackpad super cool. These are more of the fun gestures, some of which take a little while to get used to and make a habit of. But take a look through all of these animations and learn what you can do with different gestures. Now your trackpad is all set up and ready to use, and you can come back to this system preference at any time to tweak any of your trackpad settings. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more of the skills that we cover in the rest of this class, I encourage you to take my full course on Udemy, where you can learn even more about how you use your Apple trackpad and mouse, as well as other brands of mice on your Mac. You'll also learn how to program even more clicks and gestures than Apple already gives you in the full course. More details about that full course and a valuable coupon can be found at hightechmom.com/crash course.